Guess what? You made it another week. Give yourself a hand. You made it another week. Some people didn't make it, but you did. You persevered. You kept that wind in your sail and you kept moving. But listen, this week I want to talk real quick. I got to tell you something happened to me. Listen, this Wednesday, today was the hardest that I've ever had trying to put together a motivational talk. And I'm being real with you because a lot of people ain't, and they're not real nowadays. But listen, I have to tell you, I almost gave up. Self was telling self that it was no longer needed. That self was telling self, you need to stop. But know what I had to do? I had to go back to a couple videos back and I had to reflect on the video where it was talking about the valley. And yesterday I was going through a valley. I was like, man, what am I going to talk about on Wednesday? I have nothing else to say. So self had to look inside of self and say, guess what? You were made and created for this purpose. You were made and created for right now. So I just want to encourage somebody. Listen, you may be wanting to give up. You may not know what your purpose is in life. You got to keep pushing. And you know what I do is I think about that quote. It says, when I want to give up, I have to now think about why I started. And if you think about why you started, that start should be stronger than that feeling that you have right now. So the reason why you started, whether it's for your family, whether it's for your husband, your wife, whether it's going back to school, whatever it is, you got to go back and say, why did I start? And once you realize why you started, guess what? That is now your motivational point. When you find out your why, my why isn't, oh, how many likes am I getting on Facebook? How many views am I getting? How many people are now following me? How many friends am I now getting on Facebook? No, that's not my why. My why came when I got that instant message. That why came when I got that text message and said, you know what? I'm so glad you said what you said that day, because what you said motivated me to keep moving. What you said stopped me from committing suicide. What you said, and that right there was my why. Now I had to go back and say, you know what? I'm not doing this for myself. I'm not doing this for any kind of self-gratification. I'm doing this to help somebody. So once you find out your why, once you find out why you're doing what you're doing, then you're going to be able to keep moving, but you cannot throw in the towel. You cannot stop going to school. You can't give up on that marriage. You can't give up on your kids. You can't stop being a good husband, a good wife. You can't stop being that. Why? Because too many people are connected to you. There's somebody pushing for you that you don't even know of, so you can't stop. You've come too far to stop. Once you find out your why, then you're going to be able to keep moving forward. So you can't stop right now. If you were going to stop, you should have did that last week. If you were going to stop, you should have did that 4 weeks ago. But because you kept pressing, now you have to keep pushing. You just got to tell yourself, if I just have 24 more hours, that's all I need. You just got to tell yourself, just give me 24 more hours, self. If I can put 120% in the next 24 hours, I don't need 36 hours. I don't need 48 hours. I don't need 72 hours. All I need is 24 more hours. That's all you need is 24 more hours. And once those 24 are up, now momentum starts to kick in. I just need 24 more. Oh man, yeah, now I can go back to school. I did it one day, I can go back another day. Oh, my marriage was messed up and I put 120% in for 24 hours. Let me see what happens now if I put it in for another 24 hours. Don't go so far out to where you think that your goal is unreachable. Make your goals 24-hour goals. Get up, get out, don't quit. I had to tell myself, get up. Had to push myself, put that video together because somebody needs to know. Somebody needs to know that they cannot throw in the towel. They've come too far. So I just want to tell you, you have come too far to give up right now. You are closer to your goal than when you started. But when you feel like giving up, when you feel like quitting, when you feel like throwing in the towel, you right there. Know what you got to do? You have to remind yourself, why did I start? Why did I start this? And once you find out your why, I promise you that's going to motivate you to keep going. But just give 24 more hours. That's all I'm asking. 24 more hours. Give 120% for the next 24 hours. And watch how your life turns out. Watch how your next day feels. You don't have to go on this big old tangent and say, you know what, I'm gonna put this goal together in 48, 72 hours, watch what's gonna happen, because you know what's gonna happen? If you can't concentrate for 24, baby, you can't do it for 72. So knock out these next 24 hours, give it all you got. Leave in your comments your whys. I just want to see if some of your whys are the same as my whys. Put it down below in those comments. Why am I doing what I'm doing? When you want to quit, why am I doing this? Until next week, just give 24 more hours. Until next week, don't quit. Don't stop. Keep moving. Motivate yourself. Encourage yourself. Next Wednesday's coming. But you got to keep moving. You got to keep pressing. 24 more hours, baby. Come on. 23, 22, 21. Come on. You got to keep pressing. Don't give up on yourself. I need you to survive. I need you to survive. Your neighbor needs you to survive. Your family needs you to survive. So you can't stop. This has been a rated positive growth message. Until next week, stay strong, stay humble, stay focused, stay on your grind. And I'll see you next week.